It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey there, good morning to you on Tuesday, and happy Veterans Day to you. We want to thank everyone who has served and, of course, their families, because they serve along with the loved one who's serving. So thank you for your service to this country and everything you've done for us. Hope you have a fantastic day. We'll tell you about some events for Veterans Day coming up in just a little bit, but first some news.
All right. An admitted serial drunk driver is in jail, accused of killing a 20-year-old motorcyclist in a drunken driving crash. 32-year-old Colby Wickwar is held without bond in the Greene County Jail, accused of driving a car at almost 3 times the legal limit for alcohol. Police say he turned in front of Colin McIntyre's motorcycle, causing the collision that killed McIntyre. A fugitive from Iowa took his own life while running from police in Greene County. Deputies in Christian County tried to pull over the 51-year-old man, but he sped off, leading them on a chase into Greene County before wrecking his car. After he wrecked and came to a stop, the vehicle caught fire, and he apparently fatally shot himself while inside the car. He was sentenced, or I should say he was wanted in Iowa for enticement of a minor and failing to appear for sentencing.
Wow. FEMA is offering help to victims of flooding and storms that hit Ozark and Shannon counties back in March and April. FEMA is giving guidance when it comes to disaster assistance applications. That's happening. It happened yesterday, off today because it's Veterans Day. Also happening tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Help is available at the Ozark County Courthouse there in Gainesville. And then in Shannon County, also 8:30 to 3:30, help is available at Cornerstone Church in Birch Tree. So if you've been affected by the storms in March and April in those counties, FEMA is offering help and help to get the help, which is nice. The franchise owner of the now closed Dirty Dough in Springfield is being sued by its landlord. The owner of the property there on South Campbell near Sunset claims it wasn't paid rent. So Dirty Dough is a cookie company that opened in Springfield in the summer of 2024 and then closed in September of this year. It appears, you've heard this by now, that the government shutdown is all but over, but they still have the votes to do in Congress after 8 Democrats decided to vote with Republicans on a bill that would reopen the government. Now up in St. Louis, the Arch is reopening on certain days despite the shutdown. So even as the shutdown is going on, the Arch is going to reopen, which is nice. The Arch was able to secure some local funding to open on weekends and then again for the entire week of Thanksgiving. So should be by then that the government's open. But just in case, they've got funding to open themselves.
The Christmas shopping season is here, and it is expected to set records this year. The National Retail Federation predicts that Americans will spend $1 trillion on Christmas shopping for the first time ever. On average, apparently, we will spend $890 each.
$1 trillion is just so out of our realm of thinking. We toss the word around, but it's really eye-opening. And there's videos on YouTube that show $1 trillion compared to $1 million or compared to $1 billion, and it is unbelievable how much $1 trillion is. Yeah, I mean it really is. Well, after this, go watch the videos on YouTube and see the difference when you can see how the representation of that. It's mind-boggling how much $1 trillion is, and we're only 38 trillion in debt, so it's not that bad.
All right. Speaking of Christmas, Springfield is making plans. The mayor's tree lighting ceremony will be held on Saturday, November 22nd on the square in downtown. It'll feature the lighting of Springfield's Christmas tree, as well as a drone show, and of course, a visit by Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Very exciting. That was so fun when we did the tree lighting. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Scott. Yeah.
It was fun.
That was fun. Good times, good times. All right. As Ethan mentioned at the top of the show, today is Veterans Day, and we are giving and expressing our thanks to all of the men and women who served in appreciation for this nation's freedom that we all enjoy. This morning from 6 to 10, Hy-Vee is hosting a free dine-in breakfast for all retired and active duty military members. Hy-Vee is also offering 15% off of groceries today. So check it out.
Yeah, that's great.
It is great. Also, this Missouri University is honoring veterans with a breakfast at Plaster Student Union Ballroom. Doors open at 8 o'clock this morning. Breakfast will be served at 8:30, and they're having a program to honor you that starts at 9.
Okay. We are, you'll have to check in with Abby Dyer for the forecast, because I think it's warming up. I'm hoping it's warming up, because it was chilly yesterday. I had the day off after the Jamaica trip, so I spent the day working in the yard a little bit, trying to prepare for winter, mulching up and getting rid of leaves, because it seemed like, Sarah, and you probably noticed this yesterday morning when you went outside, that all of the leaves fell like in one day.
It did.
Maple tree in the front.
It did seem like that. I love how Ethan puts the emphasis on all the yard work that he did yesterday. It was so tough.
I did a lot. Yeah, I was out there for a while doing the yard work. So even when I'm home from work, I'm still working. That's the point of this. That's the point of this.
It's true. No, Ethan.
I actually
definitely holds down the fort. It's just funny because his hands don't have any calluses.
By design.
So anytime he's working with his hands, I enjoy making fun of him because his hands are literally softer than mine. And
by design, work smarter, not harder. I did. My dad made me do manual labor. I had to work for this concrete. What was it? Like a concrete beam making company back in St. Louis when I was in, I think, high school, over a summer or two. And it's amazing I got out of there without losing a digit. I don't know how it happened, but I realized right then and there that I can't do this for like my life. I'm going to have to do something different, because I will be maimed beyond recognition in one of those places.
Oh man,
so I went a different route.
Yeah, good thing you had a good voice. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah. And that's not all you got, babes. You're hilarious. So you got that going for you.
I got that going for me, which is nice.
Since stand-up comedy didn't work, this is a better alternative. This is a great alternative.
Okay.
You know?
You say so.
Okay. I'm looking at the forecast and I'm excited to listen to Abby because it's going to be, today is the high is 58, but then after that we get back into
spoiler alert
60s and 70s. I know. Well, I mean, she actually is the real meteorologist. I'm just looking at it on like a little graphic from whatever, the weather service. So,
okay.
I'd still prefer to get it from an actual meteorologist.
All right. Let's say goodnight, Gracie.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday in the Ozarks, and happy Veterans Day today. Thank you for all of you that have served our country. And it's going to be an okay day across the Ozarks weather-wise. We are talking about temperatures starting out in the mid-20s this morning, but it's feeling more like the teens when you factor in the wind. I do have us warming up quite a bit today, though, so we will see the wind. However, it's out of the southwest, so it is going to be bringing in warmer temperatures. That is better news across the Ozarks. We will see a range in temperatures, too, across the region. So the good news for your day is that warmer temperatures begin today. We'll see even warmer temperatures build in for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. This weekend, we'll be back into the mid-70s, easy in the forecast. Today, one of those transition days with the gusty winds out of the southwest. gusting more than 30 miles per hour, and temperatures that I think in Springfield warm to about 57 for the high today. It'll feel more like the low 50s when you factor in the wind, or even the 40s. So I still think you want the thick winter coat today, especially given that temperatures this morning are in the mid 20s. We still have high pressure in control though, and that is meaning that we see a whole lot of sunshine in this forecast. The warm up begins today. We're back into the 60s as early as tomorrow. 70s are in our future for Friday and Saturday of this weekend. But one thing that I do have to mention is that with the gusty winds, with the high pressure and the very low relative humidity, we do have an elevated fire risk out there today. Not a great choice. If you have any burning to do, save it for later in the week when the winds are not so bad. We may see some small limbs break today. Loose objects may be blown around in these types of windy conditions. I think generally we'll see gusts at 30 miles an hour, but we may get a rare 40-mile-an-hour wind gust here and there, something to be aware of if you're spending much of the day outdoors today. Rain chances do return for us by the weekend. Another frontal boundary is going to come through. Looks like it'll knock our temperatures down as we head into Saturday and Sunday. However, I don't think it's going to bring a ton of rain with it, but maybe a half inch for the weekend. Late this weekend is the best chance for some of that. We will see gusty winds and dry conditions today. Lots of the leaves going to start falling around and blowing around on many of the area streets and in the yards. By tomorrow, we're back into the middle 60s with full sunshine continuing tomorrow and Thursday. It will be sunny and warm on Thursday with 70s showing up as early as Thursday. Around the country, we've got this unseasonably cold weather. Yeah, we're getting a taste of it here, but it's also happening for the Deep South, the lower mid-Atlantic, and the Florida Peninsula today, leading to record cold in some places. We've also got atmospheric river conditions bringing heavy rainfall and mountain snow to the West Coast. That's happening late tomorrow, so that's something that we're keeping an eye on as well. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. This one, an animal question for you yesterday. Which of these animals is the only one that can never stick its tongue out, even if it wants to? And the options that I gave you were A, a crocodile, B, a blue whale, C, a giraffe, or D, a pangolin. And the answer, you might have known this, was a crocodile. It's kind of a tricky question, though. Blue whales, they have huge tongues, but they can indeed move them. Giraffes can flick theirs 45 centimeters to strip leaves. And pangolins can shoot theirs out like a chameleon. But crocodiles, their tongue is quite literally glued to the floor of their mouth. There's this tight membrane that secures it to the bottom. So no movement is possible. They can taste, of course. They just got to chomp something first before to get it on their tongue. So if A was your guess, congratulations. Here's the trivia question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Which of these U.S. presidents is the only one who never lived in the White House during his term? Do you think it was A, Thomas Jefferson, B, John Adams, C, George Washington, or D, James Madison? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Big shout out to our sponsors this morning, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I hope you have a great Tuesday across the Ozarks. Thanks to all of our veterans. I hope you enjoy your day. And, well, conditions are going to get a whole lot warmer for us by the end of the week. Today in Springfield, we're looking at sunshine, windy conditions, and a high temp of 57 degrees. Have a great one. I'll chat with you again early tomorrow.